Hi, welcome to a new video. Let's enjoy some coffee together. Today with my beautiful face, and my wife already told me that I'm looking like a pirate today. I don't know what she means. In the last few videos I have been faceless, but to be honest, some days I just don't feel like staring into a camera. So I'm pretty stoked, and as some of you already know that we got some news from Blizzard that the pre-patch for TBC Anniversary is be arriving on January 13th. Disclaimer, this is not a patch news channel. I'm not going into details, so if you want to see more about that, I advise you to not watch this video and watch some other videos, because today I'm speaking about something different. 80 bucks. Anyhow, so I think we're moving into the right direction, which is beautiful at this point, as what I was fearing was that we're having now Anniversary Classic, right, from 2024. And I was just thinking, oh, okay, we were just moving through the Progression Classic once again. And we all saw where this led to, and that was just not classic for me. However, I think Anniversary is going into the right direction right now. It went already with the vanilla version into the right direction. And now having TBC with the pre-patch information, I think we're coming closer to what you could call Classic Plus. Because now we're getting some quality of life updates to TBC, because we're not having 2007 anymore, you know? So we're living in 2025 and we want to have a classic experience, but as all of us want to have, it should be something more updated, something to be more convenient at this point. And I think while this is nowhere near being a Classic Plus, it's a step into the right direction, you know? And I'm not a doomer I'm not a Blizzard doomer, I'm not a WoW doomer, so I will not bash anybody today, but I gotta say, a little applause for that tiny step that Blizzard is doing right here. I think that's a great thing. We're having you can have now like a UI mode. I think this is something that I really wanted to have. Of course, you're having add-ons and stuff like that already, but I think the retail UI mode is something that I really, really enjoy in retail, and now having it in TBC Anniversary is a good thing. We have account-wide attunements and heroic keys, which is good, honestly. So they're spreading things out right now, and I think this is convenient. I think convenient is the perfect word for this, and I'm really enjoying where we're moving. And if we're already having all of this mentioned in the pre-patch, I really think that the following patches will bring up more and more convenience and Classic Plus-like updates to the game. So the awareness is there, right? I think TBC is going to be a lot easier than it was back in the day, or in the like raw TBC version. Right, we're having Bloodlust and Heroism now, not just for the group, but also for the whole raid, which at the end of the day makes you need less shamans in the raid than before. But generally speaking, I'm not going into the details. I have a feeling that it's going to be a lot easier. So in general, that's great. But there's an elephant in the room, and I'm kind of two-sided on that. So let's talk about the 80 bucks in the room. We are speaking of two new packages that we are getting from Blizzard. Let me just switch to my monitor right here. We're speaking about the Heroic Pack and the Epic Outland Pack. One for $39.99 and one for $79.99. Now, listen to me. I'm two-sided on that. Why? I'm two-sided because I generally think that Progressive Classic got ruined with microtransactions, right? Because this is not Classic. If you're having things that you are able to buy in order, or instead of playing or grinding those, the charm of Classic is gone. Because what makes Classic Classic is that everything that you achieve is it's an excitement, it's an achievement, because you put in a lot of time, you put in a lot of work in there. And that's actually the opposite to retail, because in retail you can literally just buy anything you need, which is for some people great, honestly, and I will talk about that just in a minute. But I think in Classic, having a shop, and we all saw where it went with Proc Classic.
Told you so, by the way.
With the WoW token, like literally being able to buy gold in Classic with, I think it was with Wrath, is right. It takes all the pace out of the game. Like, it changes a lot, and I did not like that, honestly. Now, coming to the level boost, before we dive into the 2 packs, coming to the level boost itself, I'm two-sided on the level boost. Why? Well, on the one hand side, I think playing Classic means you gotta grind your character. You gotta do that, right? But on the other hand, and now speaking also for myself, I have like 460s right now on my Annie, which I put in a lot of time. But as somebody who has a limited amount of time per day, and I think there are a lot of people in my age that want to go back to TBC, but don't have the time to pull a character from 1 to 60 again just to enjoy TBC. So therefore, I think for those people, for the OG people who actually enjoy TBC and don't have that much time, I think that could be a nice to have, because, well, now you can just hop into TBC and you're ready with level 58, which is not a bad thing. Again, is it something for me? No, because I do have a lot of 60s. But what if somebody now hears of TBC Annie and wants to return on that, but doesn't have the time to grind all the way from 1 to 60? And this takes, like that, this is taking a long time, right? So that's why I'm kind of two-sided on that. I think it's nothing bad, but that's it. I think there shouldn't be any more than one. I think they should limit it to 1 character boost per account for TBC. Like, you gotta choose 1 character, 1 class, 1 race, just 1, and you'll be allowed to boost 1 of them. And that's it. Now coming to these packs, we're having a 40 euro and an 80 euro pack filled with mounts, with pets, with toys, with Hearthstone effects, game time, and a level boost. Before coming to the game time and level boost, that's one thing that I did not like. I don't want to have mounts to be able to buy in Classic, because getting a mount is a huge achievement in Classic. It's a huge achievement, a huge excitement. And now having it in a shop is, I don't know, man. Mounts worth something rare in Classic, right? And they took a long time to get. So having them now in a shop is kind of, with a package, is making them worthless to me, right? So the demand is not that high anymore. Like like, it's not something special if you're seeing somebody with that mount right now, with the Nether Drake or with the Face Hunter. So that's for this. But if you want to have that character boost, which I just spoke about, you have to buy the $80 package. Now, do I think that $80 is a lot for all the stuff that is in there? No. So in the Outland Epic package, you're having 2 mounts, you're having 4 mounts actually, as I'm seeing. You're having pets, you're having toys, you're having that Hearthstone effect, you're having the character boost, and 30 days of game time. That's okay, but who needs that? Nobody needs all of this if you just want to have that character boost, you know? And that's where I think it's getting out of hand, because you're being offered 2 packages. One is only for things that you shouldn't be able to buy in Classic anyways, and the other one is the same but with the opportunity to boost your character. I don't know. Again, I'm not against character boosting if it's kinda limited. It has its advantages, and again, we are not in 2007 anymore, we are in 2025, so some quality of life features are beautiful that I just spoke about, and I'm really happy to see if we will get more and more with any patch and any update that is coming into the next phases of TBC throughout the way through Wrath. Maybe this will be the Classic Plus approach by Blizzard, adding more and more content. I don't know, but This is kind of turning me off at this point, and I haven't checked YouTube today, but I think a lot of people agree with me that this is a bad thing. Let me know what you think about that. Again, I'm kind of happy that we're moving into the right direction content-wise and quality of life-wise, but that's leaving a bitter taste. And if we're having a WoW token following, I'm not playing that anymore, because this is truly pay to win. A WoW token is pay to win, and pay to win has nothing to do or shouldn't be in Classic at all. So let me know your thoughts down below. This was a different video today. I wasn't that philosophical. I just wanted to share some thoughts. And if you really like this channel, leave a sub, leave a comment, leave a like. And thank you so much. See you in the next video. Your pirate, Kinzo. Cheers.